What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Hone Zone, where we help you multiply the assets you own. Today, I'm going to be sharing just something that crossed my mind today, because today I went bike riding. It was 10:30 in the morning, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, do you want to go for a bike ride?" And I said, "Sure." The sun's out, the weather is perfect. When would a better time be than on a Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning to go bike riding, right? So I went bike riding, and as I'm riding, I'm thinking to myself, how come more people aren't doing this? How come more people aren't out on a bike ride at 10:30 in the morning on a Tuesday? Oh, I remember why. Everybody's at work. Everybody's at work. And I'm thinking to myself, why is it that so many people have chosen to go to work? And why is it that I and my buddy are the only two out here on the trails? Why do we own this whole entire park? Why do we have this whole entire park to ourselves? And everybody else chooses to go to work, and usually it's to a job that they hate. And in my experience, because I used to work as an engineer, I used to hate going to work every single day. And now, as a person in control of my time and my lifestyle, like, it just feels so good that I get to do whatever it is that I want to do. And I'm not saying that one is right or wrong, but I do feel kind of odd that there aren't more people taking advantage of the ability of being able to work for yourself, being self-employed. Like, guys, you guys are watching me on this, right? All I'm doing is I'm live streaming using a camera, using my laptop, and using this app, and voila, I can have a business going. Right? And so my business right now is I buy real estate and I rent it out and I get cash flow. And then what I do is I use other people's money so that I can buy as many properties as I can find. And then before you know it, I got enough cash flow that I don't need to work. So you could do that from your house, from your laptop. You don't even need all this fancy equipment. I don't understand why more people don't do it, because they miss out on all of the great things. Like, I don't have to sit through rush hour traffic. I don't have to sit through the rush hour traffic at 8 a.m. I don't have to sit through it at 6 p.m. When I wake up, the sun is up, and I'm enjoying the day, and I get to enjoy and get the vitamin D whenever I want. And then at night, when things are slowing down, I can choose to do work if I want at that time, or I can choose to do the work early in the morning if I choose to, right? And then during the day, the good part of the day, I get to do what it is that I want. I don't know why more people don't do that. Now, one of the things that I hear is because they're like, Hone, the security of the job. Like, I don't know where my next income, where my income would come from. Like, they're not used to creating income for themselves. They're used to selling their time for money, and that's it. They don't know any other way. And you might be that person. But I want you guys to think of the last thing you bought, whether it was a product or a service. Think of the last thing you paid for. Why did you take the money out of your wallet and give it to that other person? Because they had something of value. So you can ask yourself this question: what value can I offer to someone else? What value can I offer to somebody else? And if you can figure that out, you can create a business. Now, at first, it's just going to be a job that you own, because you're going to be doing everything transactional. But again, you are in control of what it is that you do, and when you do it, with who you do it, and how you do it. And that's the beauty, right? I love that I have control over my time. I have control over my life. I have control over when I get to hang out with people, when I do work, when I go on vacation. I get to control all of that, and nobody else gets to say anything about it, because nobody else pays my bills. I want more people to be self-employed. I want this independent nation that we supposedly live in. I want this independent nation to be filled with people who are independent. If you guys are all dependent on a job, what's the point of being in an independent, free nation? Think about that one. Think about that one. Guys, exercise that ability to go create whatever lifestyle you want. People are scared, and that's why they don't take the jump. They think, oh, it's too risky. Oh, Hone, I can't predict what's going to happen. Well, you can't predict what's going to happen at your job either. I have a friend who worked at his job for years, and with the whole coronavirus and the vaccine for it, you needed to have the vaccine, in order to stay at your job. Well, he, for his beliefs, didn't want to get the vaccine, so he won't be having a job anymore. Like he was dependent on that job. But luckily, he hangs out with me enough and he's already begun creating his business before he was getting let go. He didn't know this was coming. He had no idea this was coming. And usually you don't. Sometimes the writing's on the wall, sometimes it's not. But, people think they have this safe and secure job. You don't. You don't, because it is an at-will job. They can fire you just like you can leave. So neither party has any kind of control over that position, that situation. Both are equally as free to cut ties. So if you are at a job, it is not that safe, it is not that secure, so you might as well go for it, right? You might as well go for whatever it is that you've always dreamed of. Here's what cracks me up. Little Timmy, my son, little Timmy, you can be whatever it is that you want to be when you grow up. Oh yeah, Dad? How come you tell me you hate your job every single morning? How come you're still at that job? Why would you do that? If you could be anything you want to be, if you keep telling me that, then why are you at a job that you hate? Well, little Timmy, it's because I'm scared. That's the truth, right? Don't be that. Don't be that. It cracks me up that you guys tell your kids that they can be anything that they want to be. Yet you yourself don't believe it. So then it's like hypocritical because little Timmy can hear the words, but then what he sees when you go to work and you're disgruntled, and then when you come home, you're angry and you just take it out on the family. And like little Timmy's like, man, this life sucks. Give little Timmy some inspiration. Give little Timmy someone to look up to, right? Be that person, be that change that your whole family goes, wow, that's incredible that you did all of that. Look at how you completely changed the trajectory of our life. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? And guess what? You get to. You absolutely get to. But you have to have a little courage first. And with that courage comes the seed of amazing opportunities. I don't know what's going to happen in your life, but here's the thing, neither do you. When people think about jumping out of their 9-to-5, escaping their 9-to-5, and becoming their own boss, usually they only can envision all of the bad things that can happen. But I don't hear enough times about all of the good that can happen as well. All of the great things that could happen. Like, I was always the class clown, right? I was always the class clown. I never did like great in school. I didn't do bad in school. I was right in the middle, right in the middle. But it wasn't like my strong suit. So if you have a yearbook, it wasn't like, oh, Hone, he's going to make it big and he's going to be rich and successful. And no. That would have never gone in my yearbook. Not at all. Hone, he's a great guy, very fun, funny, great to hang out with. We'll miss him a lot, right? That's what you would write in my yearbook. But then moving forward, all I needed to do was learn a couple of skills, learn how money worked, increase my financial intelligence, help other people, and then all of a sudden I get to create a multi-million-dollar portfolio. Like, that's nuts. Like, for me to sit here and think that I created a multi-million-dollar portfolio of real estate, like, what? I'm the class clown. How did I get to do that? And then there are people who are like most likely to succeed and most likely and I look at them, like I keep up with them on social media and I go, wow, that's funny, huh? Isn't that funny? Because not that they're doing bad, but they're nowhere near what I'm doing. And it's just really crazy. It's just really crazy to see that where you were has no bearing on where you get to go in this life. Again, you just need a little bit of courage and amazing things get to happen. I couldn't predict my own life, let alone can you predict yours. Stuff is going to happen, both good and bad. But with every bad comes a lesson that makes you better so that more good can happen in your life. But if you don't take any chances, no bad happens, no good happens, no growth happens, and you get the same thing you've gotten over the years and years and years and years. If your life isn't much different than last year or the year before or the year before or the year before, and you don't take any action and make any changes, the next year is going to be the same, next year is going to be the same, next year is going to be the same, and before you know it, you're going to be old and you're going to wonder, what happened? How come I'm not further ahead? Why am I struggling? How come I don't have enough money? You're going to wonder that stuff. But then deep inside, you'll know why. You'll know why. It's like, oh, I watched that video that you did, Hone, and I know exactly why I had the exact same lifestyle that I've always had, where I'm just like settling and I'm not happy. I'm not genuinely happy. I'm okay. I just never went for it. And I'm disappointed in myself. Like that's what's going to happen when you get older. But unfortunately, no matter how much repenting, no matter how much sorrow, no matter how much like grieving, you cannot turn back the time and fix it all. Like, oh, you know what? When I was 30 years old, I should have went for it. When I was 20 years old, I should have went for it. When I was 40 years old, I should have went for it. There's not, like, you can't go back to that. This, guys, this is the youngest you will ever be. And that's the part that I don't think people really understand. There's no sense of urgency with most people that I talk to. They just go, huh, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it next week. I'll get to it next month. I'll get to it next year. Oh, when the time is right, when I have enough money, when my credit improves. Like, I'll get started when my kids are grown. Guys, you don't get to rewind to a younger age. This right now is the youngest you will ever be. And yes, you may make mistakes, but that's okay because you don't die from the mistakes. And you get the lessons and you grow, and then you become a person who is more skilled, who has more wisdom, and whose likelihood of success will be way higher because of all of the experiences that you've had, because you've tried. But if you never try, you never grow, and then you can never bask in the lifestyle that you've always wanted. You guys got to try it, man. You guys got to try it. So again, this all happened, this whole conversation happened because I was riding my bike at 10:30 in the morning on a Tuesday, and I was wondering to myself, how come I'm the only one on this trail with me and my friend? How come we're the only ones out here? Why did everybody choose to go to work today? Why does everybody choose to go to work, period? Don't other people want to be self-employed? Don't other people want to create businesses? Don't other people want to exercise their unique value proposition? Don't other people want to share their gift with the world? Like, whatever. There is some kind of gift within you, and I don't know what that gift is, but don't you want to share that gift with the world? I don't know. Hey, everybody lives their own life. Everybody lives their own life, and that is it. And that's all we can ever ask for. But are you happy with the life that you are currently living? Or do you realize that you settled? I don't know. Something for you to think about. All right, guys. That is it. Choose your life. I'm Hone Tai. Let's multiply. See you in the next video. Peace.